Alright, so what's going on, guys? Gonna take a little walk. Today's actually worked out really nice. It rained pretty good today, so it's gonna help me see if the work that I've been doing with the excavator has made a difference. So let's take a look over here. Okay, as you can see, we got good flow of water, and what a little bit of excavation can do. So it's sloped naturally, and there's a little hump, so the water is going to pool here, and then eventually it's going to go right over that ridge there and then down into the gully or whatever. Let's see, so we don't have that much water coming down. We still have some flow here, obviously, because it is a hill. So this does have to wash out eventually. It's pulling up right there, which isn't ideal, so I'll have to work on that. And then right here, but what I did was I trenched the side more. So as you can see, all that runoff is on the side, and it's not really running off in the middle. We had a little bit of runoff here in the middle, but as you can see, I just addressed that, and we got this here as a extra break. So if water comes around that side, it'll go down here. So still got some more work to do, but it is working. You got to get this cleared up. You don't want this pulling up. Let's see how deep this is. It's not so deep, but pretty deep right there. So we just gotta let this find a way to escape. But once it can escape, now gravity will do the rest of the work. There we go. That way I'll go to the side there, and then it'll work its way down. Let's see what's going on over here. So this is good, actually. Although you see a lot of water here, this is actually a lot better. I see all that water, typically speaking, all that water would be right here. But I trenched this a lot more. I dug up a lot of that because I realized all I had to do was raise the road. Get that, because I had all the wood chips, all that work we did. And it's made a big difference, but when it really pulls up, it's kind of hard. So next thing, I gotta add some more to that low spot there. As you can see, I got plenty of water here, and I just gotta dig a little trench here so that way it can continue to run off, because that is a slope down there. I did some work up here, so I am gonna have to open this up a little bit so the water can run off. So, we do gotta get this cleared up. So as you can see now, the water will start to run off. Let gravity do its work. So sometimes you just gotta take these walks around the property, take a look at what's going on. Like right here, there's gonna be some things that I'm gonna need to do. Have to raise the road here. So what I'll do is I'll just again dig on the side, bring some of that soil right up here in this area, so then there'll be a ridge. And eventually I'm gonna get a ripper tooth on the excavator, so that way I'm not digging a lot and I can actually trench without digging up too much material. So I am going to work on getting that. It's just these attachments are really expensive. The whole thing is really expensive, but it was much needed. Filled in some of these holes, so coming up here on this hump isn't as severe. It's more of a slope now, because there were some pretty gnarly craters. Actually, even like right here, I'm gonna have to fill some of these in with a few rocks just to give it some rigidity. So what I like to do is some of these like more muddy spots where I had to fill it with sand or something, I'll just take a couple of rocks, push them right in there. So that'll help it bind together, give it a little bit more structure in that hole, so it's just not so muddy, like a mud pit. So that's really it. It ain't too hard. It's part of maintaining the property. So I'm gonna go. So as you can see, look, it's not that deep compared to what it used to be. It used to be deep. So I walk over here. If you want an idea as to what it would look like, and it would look just like this, you know. You would go in and you would disappear, you know. So it's really nice to have it like this, well, because all that water would be trapped right in here. And as you can see, it's just running off. And now, actually, I might even be able to get this drain out a little faster. Here we go. So now this will drain out. Again, this is all gravity. So let Mother Nature do all the work. And that'll just drain out all the way down. Now let's go take a walk and give you guys a quick little update. If you saw this in the earlier when we first started walking, look how it's cleared up. The water gone. So now this is still not ideal, obviously, because it having all these. I'm lucky this is sloped, right? So it being sloped is helpful. The water will help kind of scope the land, if you will. It's when it kind of flattens out to certain parts that really get difficult, or when it's uneven like this, right, where the ground, you know, is uneven. So what I'll have to do is slope that or add more material to where the water pools up to level that out more with the ground. But the issue you run is if you don't make sure that it has a lot of good, see, like right here, this is bad right here. This is a bad spot, because when the car comes, this is just a mud spot, right all in there. That's just a big mud spot. So I'm gonna need to add some rocks all in here. Because this is a weak point in the system here, I just found. So I'm gonna have to just get a bunch of small gravel, which I have down there. I have big pile of gravel down there, if you can see. Right there. So I'll just get some of that, and then I'll pour it all up in this area here, and that will help bind this up. But that's why you do this. You know, find these weak points in your system before it becomes an issue. So that way, even if it happens, you're kind of prepared and you were expecting it, right? But if you don't even know what to expect, it's a lot harder to deal with. So one of the things I like to do is walk around and just look for what is the most challenging thing it looks like we're gonna have to deal with. And then I try to sit and figure out ways to make that less of an issue. Even if I can't eliminate it, you know, because you only have the skill sets to do what you can do. So even if I can't, you know, completely address the issue, even if it's kind of half-assed, I'm still gonna do something to make my life a little bit easier. So this is kind of what we've been working on. Just opening up the property a little bit. So I opened all this up back here so I can put a lot of that brush that I've been clearing up back here. So everything is getting kind of pushed back here, over here, and then all back in there. A lot of these trees are gonna get cut down. We're gonna clear a lot of this stuff up. But for now, I'm just kind of taking my time to kind of reevaluate things now that I've done so much work. Because there's certain things that I also want to do, like put up a shed. We actually have 2 sheds. So I'm still trying to figure out and debate where I want to put those. So it's a little slick walking up. It's not so bad, but it's still slick. This is essentially the new road. I do gotta obviously fix it up a little bit. Cut down some more trees. But this is gonna be the new road that we use in the winter, because it will really help reduce the amount of times we get stuck or have to park at the bottom of that hill. Because it's quite a ways away when you got all that snow and ice and you have to carry, you know, over, 100, 200 pounds worth of things up the hill. What's up, Bones? What's up, buddy? I'm gonna walk you over to where I want to put one of the sheds. I'm just a bit torn because I gotta cut down some trees, but at the same time it's like, do I really have to? So here she is, though. I haven't got a name for it yet. Might call it Matter. And honor of Weenie Money, you know who I'm talking about. So I cleared this up over here. It's our firewood area. But we ain't gonna use the wood stove, so that's doesn't really matter. But gonna clear all this up back here. A bit more. We also, because we have to, like I said, we got Josiah a new tent. So we also have to clear up his space. He has to take this down. I'm waiting for him to have some time off of school. Once he has like a little mini vacation, take a couple of days off, I'm gonna have him come up, break his tent down so we can put up his new one. We got him a bigger one. That one was fine. You know, he just kind of got hit a growth spurt. When I watch him get in and out, sometimes I feel bad. I'm like, this nigga needs more space. So, what I'm gonna do is cut down some of these trees here. Cut down some of these trees in here. And just kind of open that up. Extend the platform out. And get him set up. And this is the area where I want to cut down some more trees. But again, I'm like uncertain, but I know I need to, because if you look going up, you know, they kind of start to take each other over a little bit, you know. They're like intertwining each other. Like these pine trees, I think just gotta go. I just don't feel like risking anything at the tent. So it's like, I might just leave them and just deal with the space that I have. Don't mind the mess. It's been a work in progress. It's definitely been a work in progress. But this is it, bro. This is the life. Still living in a tent, you know. It ain't pretty, but it is a beautiful thing. You gotta write that one down. Just because it's not pretty doesn't mean it's not a beautiful thing. I like that one. Switch that up there like that. Just because it's not pretty doesn't mean it's not a beautiful thing. Grim life logic. Mom. Inside. So, don't mind the mess. We gotta do laundry, fold these clothes up, sweep up and stuff. But, we're gonna go put some TV on, clean up, journey to NomadarWhat Homestead. Stay tuned.